is Morgan Ki'ilehua. For many years, I've been reading and teaching the tarot. In this video, you will learn to read the tarot through symbolism, the language of the tarot. This is important because this brings power, insight, understanding, and more clarity to your readings. This video includes the following: symbolism of the Fool's journey through the major arcana, symbolism of symbols and illustrations on all 22 major arcana cards, symbolism overview of the minor arcana, symbolism of the 4 elements, wands, pentacles, cups, swords, sample spreads showing how to use symbolism in your readings. In this video, I'll be using the Rider-Waite Tarot deck to illustrate the symbolism. All tarot decks use symbolism that are basically the same. However, there may be changes. For instance, in the Fool, at the foot of the Fool is the dog. In other decks, perhaps a cat will be used, an alligator, a tiger. Let's begin with the Fool's journey through the major arcana. The Fool represents and symbolizes the divine soul as it enters physicality. Each card symbolizes and represents an experience that a person must learn to realize its wholeness in life. The symbols and illustrations on each major card will be shown and explained throughout the Fool's journey. Please have your cards out as we journey through the tarot. Let's begin. The Fool. Here you see the Fool, the soul, coming into physicality. The Fool stands at the edge of the cliff. Take a look. The Fool is looking up and out, unaware of the difficulties and challenges ahead. He holds a white rose in his left hand, a symbol of purity. The wand with the wallet containing his past lives. This is all we bring into physicality as a new soul. The feather in his cap, symbolizing truth. Now take a look at the white dog. This is the Fool's guide. Perhaps the dog is saying, beware, there are difficulties ahead. This is a card of beginnings. The Fool is enthusiastic, ready to take the leap of faith in trust, enthusiasm. The Fool is now ready to begin his journey through life. Fool, symbol for the soul. Number 0, unlimited potential. Feather, feather of Ma'at, Egyptian goddess of truth. Wreath on head, victory. Wreath on head, the divine spirit lives in nature, in all its inhabitants, shows that spirit is always victorious. White dog, purity. Dog leaping. Pay attention to your inner self. Always shows our domestic mind may try to stop our adventurous side. White sun. Actions are guided and directed from above. White rose shows clarity of purpose and purity of desire. Cliff. Stepping into physicality. Wand. Willing action and power. Wand, black, unlimited potential. Wallet contents, past lives, previous experiences. Eye on wallet, all-seeing eye of Horus, being watched over by his parents. Eagle on wallet, objectivity, soaring spirit. Jacket, 10 circles of the tree of life. Jacket, star, and moon. The Fool is a child of the divine, Belt. 12 knots symbolize the 12 signs of the zodiac and the 12 personality types. The fool meets the magician. Look at his demeanor. As above, so below, is what the magician is saying. A wand in his right hand and a finger pointing to the earth. On his table, he has the 4 elements. These elements represent the cup, water and emotions, the sword, air, communication, wands, fire, enthusiasm, energy, growth, creativity, the pentacle, earth, the material, money, finances. The fool needs these tools as he walks through his life. He is now skilled, having all the tools he needs, now able to accomplish anything he wishes as he makes his journey. Magician, the transformer. Stance, drawing energy from above to the earth. We are a channel for energy. Arm positions, as above, so below, showing manifestation. Wand and headband. To make the magic, wand, the magician must concentrate, headband. 2-headed wand, drawing energy from both ends, held in right, conscious hand, symbolizing he consciously acts to bring heaven to earth and earth to heaven. Belt, serpent swallowing its tail, shedding or transforming old traits. Outer robe, personality which clothes and covers the spirit within. Roses, the 5 roses above the head symbolize our 5 senses which assist to educate us. Roses red, personal desires. Lilies, knowledge of one reality and universal laws. Table with tools, mental tools. Cup, water. Wand, fire. Pentacle, earth. Sword, air. Figure 8, ancient Gnostic symbol representing Christ, Holy Spirit, eternal life, and material world. The fool now encounters the high priestess. She is calm, passive. She is holding a scroll in her lap. She's a woman of secrets, hidden knowledge. This is a time for the fool to go within for the guidance. This is also the card of the psychic. High Priestess, keeper of the records. High Priestess, name of the card. Believing the tarot originated in ancient Egypt. Throne, at the doorway to the Temple of Solomon. Stone throne, symbolizes being united with the higher consciousness. Crown, full, waxing, and waning moon. 3-fold aspect of the moon goddess. Maiden, mother, crone. Shows astrological association with the moon, which rules cycles and changes in our emotions. Pillars, represents both the temple of Isis and the ancient temple in Jerusalem. White, positive energy. J, Jacqueline, mercy, action, and consciousness. Black, negative energy. B, Boaz, severity, passivity, and mystery. Lotus buds on pillars. Potential and virginity. Scroll, Torah, ancient knowledge, 5 books of Moses, Jewish law. Scroll concealed, mysteries of life. Higher knowledge is not available to our limited understanding. Water flowing represents stream of consciousness. Water behind veil, the unconscious truth. Smooth surface suggests truth and secrets are in the depths of our subconscious. Veil of pomegranates and palms. Palms symbolize willpower. Pomegranates symbolize desire and creative energy. Veil represents the mysteries of life and death which have never lifted, and her virgin membrane. Equal arm cross, the uniting of human consciousness. Horizontal female arm, subconscious, blending with the vertical male arm, consciousness, showing equality. The Empress, the mother of the deck, sitting on her soft pillow, a full flowing gown. Look at the trees, the wheat at her feet. This is a time for the Fool to nurture self. She brings comfort, abundance, and healing to the Fool. Empress, the mother. Wreath of myrtle and 12 six-pointed stars with sovereign staff. Female creator of the material world, crown of stars. 12 stars representing the zodiac, symbolizes the Empress as Queen of the Heavens. Star, 2 connecting triangles. Upward triangle, fire, masculine. Downward triangle, water, feminine. Shield heart-shaped, lovingly protects, with the sign of Venus, Roman Greek goddess. Robe flowing, perpetually pregnant, mother of all, constantly becoming. Pearl necklace, 9 pearls, seeds of creation, symbolizing the 9 planets. Trees and wheat, Mother Nature, ruler of agriculture. Wheat, fertility. Cypress trees, evergreens, sacred to Venus, ever-giving nature. Stream flowing, stream of consciousness from the temple of the high priestess, giving life to the garden. Stream, river of life. Water, feelings, shows how the gardens, our lives, are nourished. Pillow, giving of comfort. The Emperor. The Fool now learns authority, structure, confidence. You can see this through the symbolism of the Emperor sitting on a stone throne. Look at his legs, they are relaxed. An emperor rules a kingdom, and he does this with confidence, authority, and structure in his life. And so the Fool learns to do this in his. Emperor, the father, he, she who sets order. Throne, rams, Aries rules the head. Throne, stone, material world. Crown, dominion over the order of the world. Crown peak, sign of the ram, looking like a propeller on the top of the crown. Ankh on scepter, cross of life, symbol for life, showing power of life and death. Hair and beard, white, ancient wisdom. Globe, ability to carry out the divine plan. Armor, protective, governed by rules, strictness of life. Water, emotions, showing us not to only use mental clarity. Demeanor, arms and legs as triangle, signs of fire. The Hierophant. This is a time for the Fool to learn traditions, morals, a time of education. He is the spiritual teacher, the mentor, the counselor. Looking at this Hierophant, the Pope of the deck, he officiates at marriages, christenings, perhaps funerals. He is giving his blessing to the Fool. Hierophant, inner teacher, one who shows or brings to light. Hand gesture, be still and listen. Shoes, shoes of the fisherman, Simon Peter, first Pope of Rome. Throne, gray stone, gray for wisdom, black and white make gray. Balance. Circles at feet, shows God, goddess, animate and inanimate. Crown and scepter. Attunement with the levels of creation. A triple tiara of gold symbolizing wisdom, perfection, glory, and the power of the superconsciousness. Ear flaps, clairaudience. Keys crossed, gold and silver, ability to discern between our instincts and intuition, our inner and outer state. People, 3, body, mind, and spirit, unconscious, conscious, and superconscious. Monks, yokes, teaches us to work together. Monk's robe, red roses, desire, white lilies, knowledge. Monk's hair, symbolizing the Franciscan monks who were nonconformist. Kneeling, surrender. The lovers. Here we have Adam and Eve, the tree of life, the burning bush, the serpent as it moves up the tree. The angel is Raphael, the angel of healing. This is a healing card. The Fool now learns to experience relationship with others. This is also the card of a major choice, of making a major choice, and also a card of major healing. Lovers. Angel, Archangel Raphael, healing of God, represents higher consciousness. Garden, Garden of Eden. Mountain, attainment to the highest. Man and woman, Adam. Self-consciousness, Eve, subconscious. Adam and Eve in Eden. Naked, being yourself without shame. Tree flaming, tree of life. Tree with fruit, tree of knowledge. 12 leaves, 12 personality types, zodiac. The Chariot. This is the next experience and learning that the Fool encounters. This is the card of major journey. Look at the large wheels. This is a card of self-determination, willpower, confidence. The Fool is now able to attain his goals through life. Chariot symbolizes the mind. Chariot not moving, not having a rebellious nature. No reins shows the mind and personality control opposing forces of life. Walls, the known world. Sphinx, white, positive, joy. Black, negative, suffering. Positive and negative forces facing opposite directions shows that will holds them together. Without that, the chariot and charioteer would break apart. Laurel wreath, victory, 3-star crown, subconscious, self-conscious, and superconscious. 8-pointed star crown, represents the goal of mastery of the 8 paths leading to spiritual perfection. Staff, in right hand to show dominion, cloth behind, placing the mysteries of the unconscious behind him. Wheels in water, receiving energy from the unconscious. Crescent moons, faces on shoulders. Urim and Thummim suggested high priestess of Jerusalem, joy and sorrow. Square on chest, dedication to work with the limitations of the material world. Belt, sign and planets. Skirt, represents ceremonial magic. Winged emblem. Winged emblem and solar disk, representing heaven and earth. Egyptian symbol of the Logos, or divine world. Nut and bolt, Hindu symbol for lingam and joni. Strength. The Fool now encounters and discovers a time of inner strength, of patience, of confidence. Looking at the woman, you see her hands on the mouth of the lion. The tail is now between the legs. This is a time to use gentle force as the Fool walks his path. Strength, infinity sign, turn upward, strength. Crown of flowers, her powers blossom with the rulership over self and her flowering mind ready to open to spirit. Roses, connecting woman and lion, symbolizing how we are chained to our desires. Lion, representing all the fears, feelings, and desires our ego uses to control our life. Hand on lion, symbolizing gentle force and confidence. Tail position, surrendering. The Fool now encounters the Hermit. As you can see, he is holding his lantern. This is the way shower. He is illuminating the path of those that walk up the mountain. This is also a time for the soul, the Fool, to go within, to seek solitude. This is a time for the Fool to spend time with self. Truly a time of inner guidance. Hermit, the way shower. Hermit, Greek word hermetes, meaning one of the desert, represents Diogenes, the Greek ascetic who is a symbol of truth. Lantern in right hand, consciousness, guide, teacher, star, 2 triangles, fire and water, staff, hold in left hand, conscious support. Gray robe, wisdom, realization, accomplishment and achievement, contemplation. Hood, Yod, his mental attention is always at its highest. Peak, cold and lonely, leaving world of senses to enter the mind. Mountain, high mountain, going to the light for guidance. The Fool now encounters the Wheel of Fortune. This is truly a time of fortune for the Fool. It is a card of cycles. Watch the wheel, and in your readings you will see or experience this wheel turning slowly or quickly. This is a turning point, a change for the better. This is also the card of karma. Wheel of Fortune, Rota, means wheel, Hebrew letters, Yod, He, Ba, He, spell the name of God. Alchemical glyphs, Mercury, sulfur, salt, and water. Transmutation of people to enlightened beings. Anubis, on wheel. Souls guided through the underworld. Snake, warns that each cycle we go through is transformation. Sphinx with sword, living in the world, discrimination and attachment, knowing when to hold on and when to let go. Angels, cornerstones, all things are in heaven. Clouds, higher levels of man. Four corners, fixed signs. Man, Aquarius. Lion, Leo. Bull, Taurus. Eagle, Scorpio. Note, could also suggest the four apostles, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. The fool now meets and discovers justice. This is the card of fairness. You may often see this card. If a person is in litigation, it can represent the judge, the attorney, law enforcement. This is a card of law and order. Look at the sword. It's balanced in her right hand, the sword of justice. Her scales represents balance in all things. When we are in a situation, things may seem unfair to us, but the universe, in its divineness, there is always fairness, always justice as we walk our path. Justice, sword, discerning intuition, sword of righteousness. Sword handle, T-shaped, symbol for planet of elimination. Scales, balancing heart and mind. Foot extended, shows readiness for action. Crown, refers to Kether, source of the tree of life. Blue square, shows an integration of the energies of heaven, blue, and earth, square, merging in divine justice. Cape, green, creativity. Square on cape, justice in our everyday world. Robe, red, courage and desire. The hangman. Next on the fool's journey, he encounters the hangman. Take a look at this closely. The arms are behind the back. This is a time of surrender. Surrendering to a situation, to let go of the need to be right, the need to control a situation. This is indeed a time to look at things from a new perspective. Take the time, view the situation. Remember, it is best to be happy than to be right. Hanged man. Hands behind back, unseen. Surrender. Halo. Inspiration. Connection to the divine. Hair, white. Showing clarity through looking at the world from a different perspective. Tied by one leg. Limitation. Leg as number 4. Leg shaped as number 4. Seeing order. As in the Emperor, 4. The number 4 shows the earth and the 4 directions. Tree. Tree of life. By reversing his sense of values, he has turned the world on its head. The fool now encounters death. Now this can, we know, represent physical death. However, this is very, very rare. Death. This is transformation. This is a time of letting go of the old to make way for the new. This is symbolized by the king, the child, the woman, the priest on the card. They are in the valley of death. Now look over to the right of your card. You see two towers and the sun coming up. You see this later in another card. Enlightenment. Let go of all things that do not serve your highest good, to make room for all those things that are coming to you in all of your tomorrows. This is a time of transformation. Death, white rose, purifies and clarifies after death. Skeleton symbolizes taking out the old. Black armor, death color. Number 13, it is said that Jesus was crucified on Friday the 13th. Pillars and sun. Through death we experience life. Sun. Sun both rising and setting. Sun sets on the physical plane and rises on the spiritual. Boat represents Pharaoh's burial boat, showing the soul's journey to the afterlife. Landscape, land of the dead. River, representing unity of change and eternity. People, 4, different ways of change. King, ego. Priest, showing no fear of death. Woman, turning away, not willing to surrender. Child, innocence. Temperance. The Fool now encounters temperance, a time of blending the forces, a time of moderation. This is also a major healing card. Looking to the left, you see the path the Fool takes. Our path does not move in a straight line, but winds and bends as we go through our experiences. And there over the mountains, enlightenment. We achieve all of these things through moderation. Noting on the card that cups are flowing water from one cup to another, I have often encountered this card to be one of the alcoholic. Notice her feet. One foot on land, the physical plane. One foot in the water, the subconscious. Truly, a time of moderation. Temperance, process of heating and cooling. Angel, Archangel Michael, who is like God. Feet, 1 foot in the material world, 1 foot in the spiritual. Solar disk. Archangel Michael is sometimes called Angel of the Sun, reigning over fire. Pouring of water from one cup to another, elements of life flowing together. Flowers. Iris, representing Greek goddess Iris. Robe color. Letters meaning God's name. Path to source, enlightenment. The Fool now encounters the Devil, the most misunderstood card in the tarot. This is a card of fears, our doubts. Here we have once again Adam and Eve, and look closely at the chains. The chains are loosely hanging on their neck. At any time they choose to use free will and choice, they can simply lift those chains off. This is a card of self-limitation, self-imposed limitation. This is also a card of addictions of any kind, alcoholism, food. This is a time to realize and understand that we can move away from our fears at any time. The Fool now understands that fear does exist in his life. Devil, Lucifer, means light bearer. Devil, Greek word, diabolos, to discredit or slander. Horns, beard, goat-like beard, horny goat, obsessions with sex. Donkey ears, half-assed, perceptions, stupidity. Inverted pentacle, pouring spirit out of your life. Bat's wings, creatures of the dark that cannot see in the light. Eagle's legs, symbolizing hanging onto self-defeating behavior and ideas. Half-cubed throne, remnants of early training, incomplete knowledge. Torch, inverted, conjuring up the devil, misuse of the life force, excessive ego, imposing your will on others, emphasis on material, black background, black magic, unable to see the truth. Man and woman, lover's card, light and dark side of our nature. Facial expressions, acceptance of a bad situation. Chains, loose, bondage by choice. Tails, tree of life, fruit, knowledge, flame. Palm, sign of Saturn, symbolizing evil and misfortune, limitation and restriction. Palm, open, nothing after the obvious. Fingers, position, narrow illusion of thought. Fingers, gap, gesture used by high priestess, priest, in Jerusalem to bring spirit to the physical plane. The tower. The fool now encounters the tower. As you look at this tower, this is the Tower of Babel. Remember in the Bible, what happened to the king that built his own tower to reach the heavens? God sent an enlightening bolt and knocked them all away. Hence, we have babbling, because as the enlightening bolt struck, no one spoke the same language. Babel. This is also the card of sudden change. Perhaps a card of destruction, catastrophe. The people falling away from the tower. This is a time to release your ego, your arrogance, and the flames are a symbol of burning away your arrogance and the ego. Remember, the ego is not in charge. It's the emotional body that's in charge of our life. Tower. The human being also represents the Tower of Babel. Tower, crumbling, releasing oppression within self. Lightning bolt, enlightening bolt, bringing divine energies to the material plane, also destroying the illusion of the material world. Flaming windows, burning off attitudes and behavior. Sparks, yods, hand of God. Yods, 22. 22 major arcana. Yods at 10 and 12. Sumerians used 10 number system for worldly matters and 12 for spiritual counting. Falling man, too much ego or intellect. Falling woman, too much emotion and desire. People, clothed, symbolizing dishonesty, immaturity, and being unrealistic. Crown falling off, man's immature and misunderstood nature. The fool now encounters the star. This is a time for the fool to experience and learn calmness, patience. This is also a card of having your wishes and your hopes fulfilled. The water streaming out of the pitcher, notice there are 5 streams. This represents and symbolizes your 5 senses. The 7 stars, the 7 chakras, the large star, the Star of Bethlehem. This is a time of inspiration, fulfilling and attaining all that the Fool has wished for and hoped for. Star, star, large, Star of Bethlehem, hope. Star, 8 points, new possibilities. Stars, 7 small, 7 chakras. Ibis, fishing bird, concentration, attention. Also represents Egyptian god Thoth, bringing the arts to Egypt. Shows use of creative power. Nude woman, goddess of truth, Isis unveiled. Looking into pool, time of reflection and soul searching. 1 foot on water. Understanding and discovery, not entering the collective unconscious. Knee, bent. Falling to one's knee, seek guidance from spirit. Vessels, right hand, conscious choice. Left hand, pouring insight and inspiration. Land, water, pouring water, balancing spirit and the material world. Pool represents the unconscious. Pools, ripples. Action creates reaction. The moon. The Fool now encounters the moon. This is the card of self-deception. The dog, the wolf. This is your domestic side, your wild side. Now as you look at this path and as it winds between the towers up into the mountains, you cannot see, it's dark. This is a card of caution, of hidden forces. This is also a time for the Fool of deep emotions. Moon illuminates and reveals your path. Moon, changeable, caution. Towers, 2, show distortion and fear. No person on card. We lose sense of self in partial light. Path to enlightenment, source, your spiritual path. Path, winding, journey can be difficult. Wolf, unconscious, untamed thoughts. Wolf, howling, bringing out the primitive nature. Dog, conscious, tamed thoughts. Dog and wolf. Dog, evolved. Wolf, unevolved. Side-by-side aspects of our personality, being in touch with our instincts while educating self. Animal, self, brought out by the moon. The Fool now encounters the sun. This is a time of achievement, success, attaining goals. The child, naked to the world, self-awareness, the banner of victory. The sun illuminating all of the hidden things. This is a time of energy. The Fool now experiences achievement in his desires. Sun, seeing everything and with clarity. Wall, material world and limitation. Sunflowers, above wall, depend on the sun for life. Sunflowers, 4, represent all kingdoms, animal, plant, human, and mineral. Child, we are all children under God. Child riding forward, freedom. Nude, openness, open-hearted. Banner of victory. Judgment. The Fool now encounters judgment. This is not judgment as we've all been taught. This is a time of review. This is a time of forgiveness. You can see the people as they stand in their coffins floating on the water, arms open, open to Gabriel, the archangel, blowing his horn. There are 7 streams of vibration, 7 chakras. This is truly a time to let go of the past, get on with the future, a time to forgive. Judgment. Name to show acceptance of past experiences and going past them. Angel. Gabriel, messenger of God, presiding over judgment. Trumpet. Channeled message from God. Vibration. Breath of God. Message. Truth and understanding. Rays from horn. 7. 7 musical notes. 7 chakras. Cross, 4-armed, refers to the emperor. 4, for balance and stability, good judgment. Also, the 4 elements. Water, imagination, feeling. Air, discrimination, action. Earth, manifestation. Fire, inspiration. Box coffins, breaking free of limited understanding. People coming out of the coffins, raising from the depths and going to the light. People facing out shows awareness of what is to come. People, gray, shows wisdom and balance, the polarities. Naked people, unashamed of true self. Child, with arms spread open, to accept and to know state of consciousness, we must turn our back to the world as we know it. Man and woman, only card and deck to show both man, self-conscious, and woman, subconscious, facing heaven. The Fool now encounters the World card. The last card of the Tarot, Major Arcana. The woman in the center with the banner is known as the Dancer in her wreath of victory. This is a card of accomplishment, success, achievement. The Fool has now achieved all that he has desired and wished to attain in his journey through the Major Arcana. World. The Dancer, the mature person. Also, Shiva, Lord of the Cosmic Dance. Dancer, arms open, open to new experience. Wands, will, fire, right hand, clockwise, left hand, counterclockwise. Scarf, in the shape of Hebrew letter Kaf, grasping hand. Foot, representing a centered state of well-being and emotions. Wreath, small, victory. Wreath, large, has 22 clusters representing 22 states of consciousness as shown in the Tarot. Infinity sign, as above, so below, open to the universe. Heads, 4, guardians of the 4 corners of the universe. Lion, fire, eagle, water, human, air, bull, earth. Now we can see that this has not been a fool's journey after all. Through the symbolism of the Major Arcana, we can now see that the Fool, our soul, has experienced and learned through its challenges, difficulties, and experiences on the physical plane. The Fool now sees, learns, and understands that as one cycle ends, another begins. And so it is with the journey through the Major Arcana. The Minor Arcana consists of 56 cards, 16 court cards, and 40 cards ranging from ace to 10. The 16 court cards symbolize the people in your lives. Your pages, 18 years and under. Your knights, 18 years and older, perhaps to about 30 years of age. Your kings and queens are the mature people in your life. They also represent aspects of your personality. The remaining 40 cards of the minor arcana represent your daily life on the physical plane. And this is represented and symbolized through the 4 elements. The elements of the tarot: wands, fire, enthusiasm, energy, growth, inspiration; pentacles, earth, stability, practicality, material; swords, air, conflict, mental, communication; cups, water, emotions, intuition, imagination. I'm now going to show you 5 spreads to demonstrate symbolism in your readings. The 2 of Cups. This symbolizes partnership, relationship, giving and receiving. The 6 of Cups, symbolizing reconciliation, apology, past lives, childhood. The 10 of Cups, total happiness. You see the family, the children, they are in joy. The star, 17. The card of hopes, wishes, inspiration being fulfilled. This shows us we have majority of cups, telling us this layout, this reading is about relationships. The 9 of Swords. This is a woman that is depressed, feeling sorrow and pain. The 2 of Pentacles, the juggler, juggling 2 wishes in his life. The 6 of Pentacles. We have a man giving out money. This is the card of inheritance. The 4th position, the World, card 21. The dancer in her wreath of victory. This shows achievement, success, accomplishment. We can see from this reading there's a majority of pentacles, which tells us this is a layout and reading about money. With the World, the major arcana, this tells us that this is a powerful reading, that God has intervened, that this is of the spiritual plane. The Queen of Swords, a woman alone, a divorced woman. The 3 of Swords. As you can see, the symbolism, 3 swords penetrating a heart. This shows pain, sorrow. The Hangman, card 12 of the major arcana. This is a card of letting go, of looking at things from a new perspective. Position 4, another major arcana card, the 10, the Wheel of Fortune. And we can see already that this is a very powerful layout. The universe has stepped in, the spiritual plane. We can also see by the majority of swords, this is one of inner conflict. The Ace of Wands, Here we have the hand of God handing you the beginnings of creativity in your life. The Five of Wands. As we look at this card, we may see 5 people fighting. The wands aren't touching anyone. This is a card of challenges, competition. The Eight of Pentacles. Here we see a man working very hard, creating his pentacles. This is a card of hard work, education. The Chariot, card 7, Major Arcana. Now remember here, we have a major card. This layout is now influenced by God, the spiritual plane. As we look at this layout, this spread, we can see the symbolism. It has a majority of wands. It's about creativity, challenges. With the pentacles, hard work. The Chariot, the symbolism of self-determination and victory. The Eight of Cups. Here we have a man leaving a situation. Take a look at the missing cup. Perhaps there's something missing in a situation. The Ten of Wands. This man is carrying all of his wands, creating pressure, taking on too many responsibilities. The Ten of Swords. Looking closely, we see the horizon as enlightenment. The dark clouds are moving away. This symbolizes the end of conflict and the beginning of a new cycle. The Ace of Pentacles. Once again, we have God handing you a gift. This is the beginning, perhaps, of a new business adventure, money coming in. The Nine of Pentacles. Look at her, the woman of leisure, walking in her garden with a falcon, a hooded falcon, resting on her gloved hand. She's secure. She has all the money she needs. She has all the comforts of life. The overview of this layout symbolizes all of the elements. In the first position, we have someone leaving a situation, which is very emotional for them, Cups. Position 2, Wands, fire. Someone is taking on too many pressures, remember? Third position, swords, air, conflict. Position 4, pentacles. Earth, money. Position 5, pentacles again. Earth, money, security. Now you can understand the importance of understanding and learning the symbolism, the language of the tarot. And remember, practice, practice,